Well, Barclay's homegrown geothermal greenhouse. It's been a couple weeks. Molly and I and Seth came and helped today put the trellises up, which are these combination panels. We put them all the way up to the peak and then all the way back down on the north side. Our cover crop looks a little beat up because I was rolling around on my back putting screws in, but it's actually rebounded up pretty good. You can see the radishes, turnips, the oats are doing great. There's some of the warm season grasses, the millet and Sudan grass are doing good. Look towards the back. You can see some clovers, some flax. There's buckwheat. I think there was like 22 different types of seeds in that cover crop. So we're about ready to terminate this cover crop, and we're not going to terminate it with chemical if we can help it. We're just not going to. We're either going to smother it out. I have a weed eater, electric or a battery powered weed eater. I'm going to weed eat it and maybe use a little propane torch to burn the green, and then we're going to use some cardboard and some plastic also to smother it. It's been at least a week since I watered it. We watered it right before our special guests, the governor and the FFA class and the government class came out. That was exciting for us. Watered it a couple days before that, but it hasn't been watered since. I knew I was going to have to be crawling around on the grow bed, and I didn't want it to be a muddy mess. But now that we have the trellises hung, I'm going to give it a deep drench, probably after I mow, to get it to stimulate some more root growth. We had Seth calls it a weed, and he wanted me to pull it right to begin with. But I said, it has a living root. It has a flower. So we're going to make sure and collect the seed heads so it doesn't go to seed, but it has everything else we're looking for soil health. So yeah, we're going to let him or her go a little bit longer. I got my air pump set up for my water tanks, aerators. This is a compost tea I'm brewing, and I was just aerating it. We had it opened up. This sun is getting intense, so when the fans are on, just more airflow. I have the shade cloth. We've just been waiting for a less windy day to put it on, but it needs to go on. We've read, we were told, we know that it's going to take a lot more to keep it cool than it ever is to heat it. I was in several times this winter when it's 25 below outside with not even the extra backup heat on, and I never see it below 36 in here. So the keeping it warm above freezing is not going to be near as important as it is keeping it below 100. We feel we have it pretty well dialed in with our thermostats. The fans were running up until about a half hour ago, but we're 73 degrees on some of these thermometers and not quite 70 on others. There's, as I said before, all kinds of microclimates. These little jewels need to get planted. They've had their 10 days of acclimation that they tell us to do, and I think probably in the greenhouse we don't need to go as long. I think they're maybe meaning outside. Molly and the kids' starter plants are really doing well. Come back to our lemon tree that Ann Fisher gave us, and one of the only plants that we got alive, sorry Ann, but it's starting to get new leaves on it, so we're stoked about that. We're not giving up on the avocado tree. I think hopefully it'll do the same. Seth's peach tree got me though. I don't know, it's a little brittle. But I'm not giving up on it either. So I guess next time I do one, we're probably going to have some of our main polyculture sections seeded, hopefully. This is new for us. We're just really excited about the roots we're getting in the soil. That's all this cover crop is to just get our living organisms underneath the ground. And you know, probably this first year we're sacrificing a little bit of production, but we just want to start off on a good solid foundation. And I really think all of this is part of that. Our little you know, these greenhouses are amazing. The peas, the radishes are just growing phenomenal. It's a radish. Our carrots back behind everything are really doing well. There's another radish. Hattie, she's been plucking on them. She really likes to eat them. And then we have another variety here of radish. And I'm going to give a shout out to an old friend, Lowell Johnson Jr. Grandma said he used to raise the best radishes, but he would plant them one seed at a time and space them every 2 inches. And Betty would say, we don't have time, seed them thicker. But Grandma said he always had the best radishes. So I planted some radishes and thought of Junior. And by golly, he had something going. They're beautiful radishes. And behind here are Molly's parsnips. Instead of carrots, there's parsnips behind, and they're doing really well too. My Oregon sweet onions tend to be doing better than the Walla Wallas. So in here it's just peas and carrots, but I left the oats in there, and so we're gonna maybe use the oats for the trellis for the peas, and just gonna keep that polyculture. And by golly, if maybe right in there a pea isn't gonna try to blossom already. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I guess I'm gonna sign off for this time, and I hope it's still piquing your guys' interest. We're sure having a lot of fun. Thank you.